Welcome to the National Soccer Network, your home for soccer. One destination, every match, every moment. Built for players, powered by passion. Live games, highlights, and more each and every day. Only on the National Soccer Network.
All right, everybody, welcome back into Inside the Game podcast.
We are a soccer nation.
Have such a deep appreciation for hyper-local, community-based, lower-level soccer. There's going to be millions of fans over here that want to watch and consume as much football as they can.
What you are doing is important. And this is all about, like I said, spreading the gospel. It takes a village, right?
No, I just really appreciate being on here and you being able to provide this platform for, us and all those people grinding away at the lower leagues, just trying to make great things happen. So I really appreciate you and you guys know what you're doing. And
Welcome back to Inside the Game. My name is Ryan Glinsky. We've got our producer, James Schofield, in the building as well. It's a beautiful day, not out here in Michigan because it's raining, but a beautiful day for the game of soccer as we've got the final USA World Cup match day in the group. Again, the game doesn't really matter, but the rest of the group, there's lots at stake. Then you've got the other matches, Netherlands, Sweden, Japan. There's a lot at stake in that one as well. So absolute jam-packed show here. We got a ton of stuff to talk about. James is running on like 2 hours of sleep right now based on all the USL2 and USLW matchups that we had yesterday. James, how we feeling?
As I slowly grab it. Listen, here's the deal. There were so many matches last night. We had so much going on here. A lot of exciting games. But yeah, I didn't get home until like 12:30. My insomnia kicked in. I didn't get to sleep until like 2. I'm on my second monster, folks. Second monster of the day.
It's just 9 a.m. So, wow, he is on like 700 milligrams of caffeine already before 10 o'clock. So, anyway, the show here today, we got a jam-packed one today. We've got a recap of yesterday's games. No party for Scotland, unfortunately. They lost 3-0 yesterday to Brazil. And that goal difference kind of hurt them in the best third place. Canada, they don't really like the game of soccer because they lost again yesterday for the first time this tournament. They thought that, we like the game of soccer. All you needed was a draw. You didn't get it. And then you guys got mad at me on social media. How about Jesse Marsch, his passion? USA, are they going to rest their starters today? More on that. Obviously, this game does not matter to the U.S. as they doesn't matter at all because they already finished top of the group, and this game does not matter at all to them. Neither does the game matter to Turkey because they are already eliminated as well. And then to wrap things up, we've got Christian Pulisic. Is he going to make that move to the MLS? And also question of the day. There's been reports Pulisic could be getting a double pay bump into the MLS. But anyway, let's start it off real quick here. Scotland, the team that I just really want to see go far in this tournament simply because of everything that has been going on with their fans, the Tartan Army. They've been going from Boston to Miami, which I hope that they realize it's still the same country, even though they're in Boston going all the way down to Miami. I really hope that they feel it is the same country because they are two vastly different atmospheres, two vastly different environments. Yes, both are still by the ocean. One is just a massive beach with warm weather all the time. Boston, a little bit colder, a little bit more wet. But, I hope they enjoyed their time there. But yesterday, losing to Brazil 3-0. Again, I think they may have taken themselves out of consideration to get into the knockout stage simply because of that -3 goal difference they picked up yesterday. They're on a -4 right now. This is why I kind of like the third place finishes, because if you take a look right now at the best third place finishing teams right now, Bosnia is number 1 with 4 points. Sweden and Croatia are actually second place through 7th place where Scotland is, who is at the 7th best third place team, all tied on 3 points. And then Sweden and the rest of them still have to play. But South Korea, a massive loss yesterday. More on that here in a quick second. We'll talk a little bit closer to Canada. But shout out Bafana with South Africa getting into the knockouts for the first time ever. And then we also have, let's see here, who else finished in third place yesterday? Who was the other one? Oh, it was Bosnia. They finished in first place, obviously. But we do have our first confirmed game as well. We'll get to that one here in a quick second. But Scotland, I think they have been like everyone's favorite team, unless you don't like Scotland already, if like you're England. But myself personally, I love Scotland because, we've had a ton of Scottish people in the chat the last couple of weeks, really the last couple of months. Dave, we've had an Alexandra, we've had a Robert, all big Scottish fans. Another guy named Ryan who's basically telling me that I smell bad. I don't know how he knows that I smell bad through the camera screen, but there was that. And then obviously we love our Scottish. And then they drank all the beer in Boston, probably drank all the beer in Miami, especially yesterday to drown in their sorrows. But yeah, no, I love Scotland. I really hope that they can make it into the knockouts. I don't think that they'll be able to. But, looking at that game, they gave away just too many chances to Brazil. You can't afford to do that. You cannot afford to give Brazil that many chances in and around the final third. The amount of gifts Scotland gave to Brazil, you just can't do that. And they got punished for it. And you make Vinny Jr. look like the greatest thing ever, even though I hate Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. sucks. I hate him. I don't like a ton of the Real Madrid players personally, but they gave all those chances to Brazil. Brazil capitalized on it. That is just what is going to happen when that happens. And Scotland just couldn't bounce back. They have a handful of good players, but now they've got a scoreboard watch the rest of the way. Again, you are basically rooting for, if you are Scotland, you basically have to root for, at this point, just being on the verge. You've got to hope that you got to hope like Belgium loses, Congo loses, Ecuador and Senegal lose, or maybe I guess you could afford a Congo, an Ecuador to tie, a Senegal to tie, but you're basically just having a scoreboard watch. Same thing with South Korea. They've got a scoreboard watch. They have a little bit more leeway with the third place finishes. But again, if you're Scotland, you are scoreboard watching like there's no tomorrow, because there really is no tomorrow. You need results to go in your favor to even sneak into. I know their manager said that he's like, we are going home. That is what he was saying. But that is where Scotland is at currently. I really hope that they can get into the knockouts. I know they broke the decibels yesterday. They broke the sound barrier or something with the singing of their national anthem, which is so badass. That happened. I think that's sweet. But shout out Scotland. They have been an absolute joy to have here in the States. I would like to offer a trade. Could we send? This is the trade that I'm offering, because I need Scotland to remain in the United States. Could we trade the whole state of Ohio for the country of Scotland? Can we do that? There's really nothing that goes on in the state of Ohio besides our good friend Kevin Arnold. But there's really nothing that goes on in that state. It is just an armpit. It is the armpit of the Midwest. Everyone likes to say Detroit is the armpit of the Midwest. No, it's Ohio. There ain't nothing to do there. And the few attractions they have, you have to pay to drive to get there, because it is a traveling state. You just travel through the state of Ohio. I would like to somehow pick up the state of Ohio, put it over in Europe, and then take Scotland and bring it over there and slap it right in the Midwest. Can we do that? Because I just do not think Ohio deserves to be in the Midwest anymore. There's just nothing there. Their football teams suck. Their Ohio State football team's not tough enough. Their basketball teams are trash. Hockey doesn't exist. And their baseball teams are garbage. So I am just saying, can we just pick up Ohio, send it over to Europe, and we bring Scotland, bring them in, and then, they're not far from Detroit either, so they could enjoy a whole bunch of DCFC. That's a rowdy environment. They're going to get a new stadium here. So that's what I'm saying. Can we pick up Ohio, throw it, and bring in Scotland? But all jokes aside.
Ryan, I'm sorry. I got to chime in just real quick. You got to at least throw in at least Jersey with Ohio.
New Jersey?
Scotland's never going to accept that trade.
Okay, we could probably throw in New Jersey too.
Okay, all right.
We can throw it in. I just want Ohio out of here. So that's all I really care about, is sending Ohio out of the U.S. and putting it in Europe and bringing Scotland in for a much needed addition to the United States. I think they would do. I think it would do wonders. But moving on here to Canada, the Canadians. they tied yesterday, or they lost yesterday. All they needed was a tie, which we do actually have our first confirmed knockout matchup. It is going to be South Africa against Canada at SoFi Stadium on Sunday, June 28th at 3 o'clock. Again, that game, probably not the most exciting matchup of all games, but that is the lone game on Sunday, and hopefully South Africa wins that one. Shout out Bafana. And if you're really being honest, Canada may have lucked out for actually losing that game, because if you look at it, Switzerland is lined up, I guess Algeria. No, Algeria is better, so, okay, we'll say that. But the biggest issue I think Canadians realize is the fact that they lose home games. They lost at least a minimum another home game, because if they were able to win, they would be playing, if they were to win the round of 32, they would play another home game inside Canada. So that's 2 more World Cup home games. That obviously helps the nation come together. You have the home field advantage. However, you lost that game yesterday to Switzerland, which Switzerland probably should have won the game by more because of the amount of chances that they blew. So now they have to travel to the United States. They got to go to SoFi Stadium in LA or Inglewood, and they could not play another home game the rest of the tournament. So that sucks for Canada. They're the first host nation to not play a home game, because Mexico, they're going to remain in Mexico City. USA, they're going to go to, I don't know where the U.S. is going, actually. I think they're going to Houston. I think the U.S. is going to Houston. Look. Again, obviously their matchup is not fully confirmed. No, they're playing in Santa Clara. They are going to play at the San Francisco 49ers Stadium, so they are staying on the West Coast as well. They have stayed on the West Coast at least the first 4 matchups if they get through the next 5 matchups, because they are playing back in SoFi Stadium here today against Turkey. A little bit more on that as well. But no, Canada, they lose again. They continue to suck. They continue to not produce in sports. We all know what happened in February. We all know what happened. They could not win on 3-on-3 in the gold medal, and then they all cried. Then they all wanted Austin Matthews or their Toronto Maple Leafs captain. They all wanted him out of town because he won. They wanted Brady Tkachuk out of town because he was the captain and he won in Ottawa. And, well, Ottawa did get their wish not too long ago. They did send Brady Tkachuk to the Florida Panthers to be teamed up with his brother, Matthew Tkachuk. So that was pretty cool, actually, to see. But no, this is Canada just continuing to suck at sports. Oh, even in the Olympics with SGA and the Canadian national team, they sucked. Even looking at SGA now with the Oklahoma City Thunder, they sucked. They didn't even make the NBA Finals, couldn't retain their crown. They do have a Daimara now, so he's an absolute stud. But no, Canada just continues to struggle. And if you look back at that game, man, they were outplayed a ton. They were outplayed a ton. Oh, and we learned that Johnston, whatever his name is, Johnston, one of the outside backs for Canada, looks like Henry Creel from Stranger Things. We did learn that yesterday. That's exactly what the man looks like. I can't unsee it anymore. He's a very scary human-looking being. And then I was like, okay, well, you know what? He does look like someone I know. And I was like, boom, Henry Creel from Stranger Things. That's exactly what the guy looks like. He's a crybaby anyway. Henry Creel, a little bit of a crybaby as well when he doesn't get his way. So, again, you can put the parallels 1, 2, and 2 together. Technically, yes, FIFA is upside down. If you look at the history of FIFA, yes, technically FIFA is upside down. But mainly the Canadian player Johnston. He is more in the upside down with Henry Creel. That's just what he looks like. But no, Canada actually they actually benefit from losing that game yesterday. But I think the biggest thing that what I was seeing on social media was the fact that Canada is unable to play the home games. That is a big deal, I would say, because USA, they win their group, they're able to remain in the U.S. Mexico, again, another impressive performance again yesterday against Czechia. I thought it was a nice little addition for Mexico to bring out Memo Ochoa for his 6th World Cup. The last 13 minutes, I think he played, last 15 minutes, something like that. But they were impressive again yesterday against Czechia. They go 3-0 in the group. USA could potentially go into a 3-0 as well if they win here today. More on that on the other side of the break. And then we'll obviously get into the Christian Pulisic discussion about the MLS. But that is where it stands currently right now with the groups. Frank, hello to you too. Welcome back in. Frank, I was thinking about doing, because the USA group really doesn't matter to me anymore, I was actually thinking, just for some pure cinema, I was thinking of doing the Netherlands watch parties later on today because of because of their implications in the group. It is still a tight race with Japan, Sweden, and the Netherlands. So I was thinking about doing that. Let me know if you guys would want me to do that. I am still kind of up in the air about that because obviously the USA game is shortly after that, and it's 10 o'clock, which means it's going to run into midnight. Hello to you too, Layla. Great victory for Bosnia yesterday, 3-1 over Qatar. That first goal was unbelievable. Congrats, you guys get Bosnia. I'm pretty sure that's confirmed, or it's not confirmed fully yet, but it's like a 99% chance. So yeah, no, they are wanting to top the group. So goal allure. Again, should we do the Netherlands watch party later on today? We'll have to see exactly if people want me to do that, because honestly, I'm kind of intrigued, because obviously when I'm looking at the USA game, I really could care less because they're not going to rest they're not going to play their starters. We'll talk more about that afterwards. But yeah, no, Canada, they are, okay, we might have to, again, it's most likely yes. That's what I was saying. The only confirmed matchup so far in the knockouts is the fact that Canada is moving on to South Africa. You should, okay. Again, apologize if I mispronounced the city name here, Layla. I'm not very good with Bosnian cities, but Sarajevo? I don't know. Sarajevo was on fire last night. I did see that. We did post that. On our YouTube Shorts. That looked like a fun sight with Bosnia. And again, obviously every country that is continuing to advance. I absolutely love the reactions that they have. I guess I pronounced it right. James, I can't believe I pronounced it right. Typically, I don't pronounce those things. But
Proud
yeah,
of you.
Proud. Thank you, James. Sarajevo.
Yeah, it's like Sarajevo. Like
Sarajevo.
Sarajevo.
Okay. Well, there we go. That's how you pronounce the Bosnian city. But shout out Bosnia. They get through their group with who were they up with? They were with Canada. So again, that was actually, by the way, love the simultaneous games that are going on. But yeah, no, that's gonna wrap up the recap from yesterday. Oh, actually, no, we got to shout out South Africa. Bafana. Unbelievable. Our guy Tyler Terrence was on the call for that one. He was on the show, probably just before the World Cup started. We had him on the show. He's out in Monterey Bay for those games. I think they do have a knockout game at round of 32, round of 16. But shout out our guy Tyler Terrence. He was on the call. I was glued in on it, and he had an unbelievable call. South Africa gets the victory. South Korea, I don't know what they were doing late in the game. It felt like they had no sense of urgency. Heung-min Son didn't even play. Or start the game, rather. He did not start. Canadians were so mad. Yes, they are always mad, for being completely honest. Look at their sports in the last 12 months. They don't win very much. But even their hockey team hasn't won even a Canadian hockey team in the NHL has not won a Stanley Cup, I think, in like 30-plus years. I don't know the exact years, but man, it is bad. They constantly do that. One of the Detroit media people, Mike Stone, every time a Canadian team loses, he goes, "Whoa, Canada." I hope he does that in the World Cup. I don't know how in tune he is with the World Cup, but I hope he does something with that at the flagship station here in Detroit. But no, South Africa gets through. This is their first knockout ever. Shout out to them. They're taking on Canada. Hopefully South Africa can continue that magic. One of their players we actually got to cover in the Detroit City FC Chicago Fire game not too long ago in the U.S. Open Cup. That was fun to see him and actually see him back out onto the field for a World Cup game as well. So shout out to him. But yeah, no, South Africa gets through. Again, I think about it to the 2010 World Cup because I was 7 years old then, and I absolutely fell in love with the game of soccer in the 2010 World Cup. South Africa, seeing the Shamalala goal, seeing that whole tournament was an absolute joy to watch. That was in the summer, so I was actually waking up. Typically, in summer, kids are probably just kind of sleeping in, but no, I was getting up, and I was waking up and watching those games live. It was an absolute wonder to see. Absolutely loved it. So I have a little soft spot for South Africa because of that World Cup, and glad to see that they are through into the knockouts, and hopefully they can win again and beat Canada. So the late goal of South Africa must have learned it from the Germans. I guess so. Maybe. But anyway, we're going to have the U.S. men's national team discussion. Right. Actually, what else do we got to talk about today? We got Pulisic, MLS. Throw the talking points back out there, James. Appreciate it. Yes. Canada, we already touched on. Scotland, we already touched on. USA, we could talk about their starters. We'll do the picks at some point here today as well. And then Pulisic potentially making a return to the MLS. We'll get to all of that and more here on Inside the Game. But yeah, don't go anywhere. More Inside the Game right after this.
Welcome to the National Soccer Network, your home for soccer. One destination, every match, every moment. Built for players, powered by passion. Live games, highlights, and more each and every day. Only on the National Soccer Network.
The biggest stage in world soccer is here, and every goal changes everything. And now, FanDuel is giving you a reason to root for every single one. Introducing Every Goal Pays. Bet on a match and get bonus bets for every goal scored in that match. More goals means more bonus bets, and all you have to do is turn on your token. Are the U.S. going to go on a deep run, reach a semifinal, or even a final in a dream world? From the opening whistle to the final kick, let there be goals on FanDuel. Visit FanDuel.com to get started now. 21 and over, select states. For Kansas, in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino. 18 and over in D.C., Kentucky, and Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. In Connecticut, call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. In Maryland, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. In Massachusetts, visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 1-800-327-5050. In New York, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Louisiana, call 1-877-770-7867.
So the dream behind Irene's was simply to be a place where the community could come and gather. This is my hometown, we're raising our family here, and we just want to be a space where people can come together as a community and share a great meal. We've got golf simulators, we got pinball, live music, trivia nights, but we also have fresh, always homemade, locally sourced food, and we serve it with a sense of Gemütlichkeit. This is a German word that conveys a sense of warmth and coziness and belonging. We're excited to show off how we're growing and that this is the place to be.
All right, welcome back to Inside the Game. I don't have anything to throw this time around. I did have, I got to restock the pens that I can throw here like I typically do at the beginning. But anyway, welcome back to episode 308 of Inside the Game. It's USA World Cup Match Day. My name is Ryan Glinsky. We got James Schofield, our producer. I'll get some of those comments are actually pretty funny. But yeah, no, if you guys haven't already, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And then obviously today we'll have USA World Cup watch party and honestly probably a Netherlands watch party at 7 o'clock as well because that group has some interesting points on the line still remaining in that group. So yeah, anyway, again, thank you for everyone that is tuning in. Baku with the turkey emoji, clown emoji, and a thumbs down emoji. Shout out our guy Baku. Make sure to make sure to hit that horn right there, James. Make sure to hit the horn on that one. And then make sure to hit the horn on this one too. Frank, Thanksgiving is coming early. It really is. Kind of have to because this game doesn't really matter anyway. So like even if we lose, we still win because we're going to be able to rest our starters. We'll be able to have our yellow cards reset for Flo, Richards, Adams, and there's one other person who's got yellow cards that I don't recall. But yeah, no, you can rest those guys. You can even rest Christian Pulisic, who is now a full go for tonight's match. But please, just don't even play him. Play him against Bosnia in the next game in the round of 32. Most likely Bosnia. Obviously, things can still change from here until I think Saturday is the last one. But Turkey is already out. You got to feel bad a little bit for Turkey. They've had, I think, over 60 shots already, no goals. They've had a combined 75% of possession in those two games, and they've got as many goals as I have scored in a World Cup. 0. They've had none. But that is where we're at with Turkey. And again, at the beginning, when these groups were announced back in December, we all kind of assumed, as at least USA fans we did, we all kind of assumed that, okay, Turkey is going to be the most likely in this group. So that's when, before the whole playoff system was happening, we were like, you know what, it's most likely going to be that. So, yeah, that is, do people not like Turkey? Do people, I have never met, I've never met a Turkish person, so I don't know if people dislike Turkey. Let me know if you guys dislike Turkey or not. That is where we're at. Man, could you imagine if the USA was going to play on July 4th? That would be badass. That would have been awesome if they're playing on July 1st or July 4th, but they're playing on July 1st in that round of 32 matchup, which means that round of 16 is going to be after July 4th. But I did not know that everyone thought Turkey sucks. So yeah, don't have any opinions on Turkey, to be completely honest. Never met one. Now, Ohio, on the other hand, now that place sucks. I do not like the state of Ohio, though. They could suck. Kevin Arnold is that is okay. Okay, that's the issue. All right, appreciate it. Appreciate the clarification on that one, guys. Anyway, no, Ohio. I said that. Could we trade Ohio with Scotland? That's what we're hoping for, because Ohio, that's not even a destination state. You're just driving through. You're either getting to Michigan, you're either getting to the East Coast, or you're trying to get down south. That's literally all Ohio is. And there's tolls to get to the only cool places about it. Why don't you like Ohio? James, why don't we like Ohio as Michiganders?
Okay, first of all, here's the deal. Like he was saying, it is one of those drive-through states, but it's so freaking straight the whole way.
It's so boring. There's
no
there.
hills, nothing. And it's like, not just that, they took our Rock and Roll Hall of Fame from us.
Yeah, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve to have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Thank you. We are supposed to have that thing.
The state of Michigan produces way more music talent than Ohio could ever dream of. The only reason they have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is because some random radio DJ in the 60s and 70s was like, rock and roll. That's not the reason. The only reason you have it is because there's nothing to do in that stupid state.
There's literally a whole genre of music named for our city, Motown.
Yeah, literally. Motown. And if you want to, here's a nice little power stat. Again, we haven't even gotten to the real reason why we hate Ohio. We haven't gotten to the real reason why we hate Ohio. But that is one of the reasons. But if you look at it, if you were to, again, I'm going to throw some ball knowledge out there that people do not understand. If you look at Motown, there is technically a band in Motown that was on just about every single track that Motown has ever produced. It is called the Funk Brothers, the most undervalued, most underappreciated band of all time. They didn't sing. They were just simply in the background playing the instruments for all the singers and got all the glory. If you put all the number ones that the Funk Brothers played on, all the number one hits, that is more number one hits than the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, and some other big name band, and you put all their number one hits together, and you put all the number one hits that the Funk Brothers played on, they've got more than all of those combined. So we even have the greatest band of all time, but somehow we don't get the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But the real reason we hate Ohio, again, the history thing doesn't even matter. The real reason we hate Ohio is the Buckeyes. That is the sole reason why I hate the state of Ohio. Because the greatest college football rivalry of all time, the Wolverines versus the Buckeyes, constantly clashing. I will tell you this, for the Europeans who don't know, let's just say your favorite club team, you lost to your rival. Again, this instance would have been once, but obviously in soccer, if you would have lost to your rival twice in the league, but you didn't win the league, but you went on to win the Champions League, their fans still do not value that championship because you lost to the rivals. That's how psycho they are. That's how stupid they are, too. You just won the biggest prize, and you're still upset that you lost. That's the sole reason. That is the main reason why we hate the state of Ohio, because the Wolverines and the Buckeyes collide so much, and they cry a lot. They think everyone's cheated. They think about this. The Buckeyes, that sounds like a pirate thing. No, it is actually a hairless nut. That is what a Buckeye is. It is a nut.
A poisonous nut.
Yes.
They are named after a poisonous nut. We're named after a freaking awesome animal.
Yeah,
like, that will
Wolverines are
tear you to
badass.
shreds. You're named after something that like a jaded wife is going to put in her husband's soup.
Yeah, that is basically why we hate the state of Ohio. Did we have the Blues Brothers? Were they from Michigan? I don't think they were.
No, they're not actually from here. You've got Dan Aykroyd. Was not from here. I think he was from Chicago originally.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I thought they were from Chicago, but no, the Blues Brothers are solid. I don't mind the state of Illinois. I think they're pretty good. I like them. But yeah, no, Ohio. Here's the main reasons why we want to get rid of Ohio. It smells. Their fans suck. There ain't nothing to do in that damn state. And if you want to do something in that state, you've got to pay for it on a road to drive on. Yeah, shout out Sweet Home Chicago. Great song. And the other reason is, yeah, that's it. Like, there's nothing there. There's literally nothing there. That is why we don't like the state of Ohio. So I would like to annex Ohio, throw it over to Europe, and then we take Scotland. Can we please do that?
Quick thing though, can we at least though take the Toledo Zoo, because that place is
the Toledo Zoo is actually better than the Detroit Zoo.
Yes, it is.
I will tell you that. I will give you that. They do have the better zoo for sure. I mean, Cedar Point's cool, but like I hate that you got to pay to go to Cedar Point. For people who don't know, Cedar Point, it's a massive roller coaster park. So
it's like Six Flags.
Yeah, no, it's so sweet. I'm not gonna lie, I will give you that. Millennium Force is my favorite roller coaster.
Ooh, that one's good. I'm a wooden roller coaster. Give me the Gemini.
Ooh, the Gemini was good too. I like the Gemini. That was a good roller coaster. But anyway, enough about Ohio. Man, they suck. Anyway, USA game today against Turkey. Again, this game does not matter in the grand scheme of things. The other game, though, in the group matters a ton. Australia and Paraguay. That game matters a lot. But more of that in a second. What is the origin of all these team names? Did you have Frank, these colleges existed back in, like, the 1800s. So couldn't tell you, to be honest. James, you know why they're all called that?
So it'll depend on the team. I do know that the Wolverines. So we actually got our term in Michigan because of Ohio as well. During the Great Toledo War, which was the big conflict between Ohio and Michigan over who was going to take Toledo.
We won that trade, by the way.
We did. We got the UP
out
baby.
Of it. We got the UP out of it.
Exactly. And they got the armpit of the armpit.
Yeah.
Toledo. But we actually ended up being called Wolverines. I said we fought like Wolverines during that border dispute. So that's why we are Wolverines, because we're awesome. And again, they're named after poison.
Yeah. So that is why. This was all after this. All these universities, for the most part, are like the same age as like all the European clubs, like all in the 1800s, 1880s, 1840s, stuff like that. So you'll have to go way back on that. But no, USA game here tonight against Turkey. Again, we'll have a watch party for it. Probably have a watch party for the Netherlands, Japan, and Sweden game as well. We'll have that, or at least that group, most likely. But anyway, excited for this game. Again, the only thing I'm really taking out of this game is the fact that USA don't get anyone hurt, don't get anyone suspended, play the guys that you typically don't play, and give some guys some running that typically don't, like in Alejandro Zendejas, in Austin Trusty, who kind of just comes in defensive relief duty when you've got to constantly clear crosses and balls into the box. Just keep things at bay. Don't do anything silly. Please do not play Christian Pulisic. Maybe you can bring, because how many days? Okay, they're playing in just under a week. Oh my God, I was really hoping LaMelo Ball was not traded to the Pistons. Damn, NBA is going crazy right now with all these trades. But anyway, just don't get anyone hurt. USA does not matter, which is weird to say, that the USA, this third World Cup match, does not matter. But again, Turkey is probably going to go out there for pride at this point. They don't have any goals yet in the World Cup. I thought that they were going to win this group personally. I thought this game would mean a whole lot. I was clearly wrong on that one. I thought Turkey was going to win the group. I was wrong on that. But Turkey, they're probably going to come out for pride. They might win the game. If they win the game, I could care less about it. But please, just play the backups at this point. Do not play an Adams. Do not play a Richards. Don't play a Flo Balogun. Don't play a Pulisic. Just don't risk it. Just play simple. Set yourself up in a spot where you could succeed. Maybe you can see some things from players that you typically wouldn't see in this game. But that's just what I'm saying in this whole thing. My feeling is right. They might put in the team that played 8-0 against Malta. So that would be interesting. yeah, I really don't know what either of these sides are going to do. I think Turkey will probably throw out all their big boys just to have some national pride. USA is going to be like, nope, let's just wait until next week. But yeah, no, keep the comments rolling. I like when the comments are rolling because I don't have to necessarily come up with things all the time. I could chat with you guys. But yeah, no, USA going to get through anyway, regardless of this matchup. Turkey is already eliminated. They were eliminated last time against Paraguay, which they were even up a man too because of the Almiron thing when he went like this. So he got it sent off for that first time. Again, that was emphasized from the Benfica Real Madrid thing with Vinny Jr. What was that guy's name? Prestini? Is that his name? I forgot Let me know who the Benfica player was that did this to Vinny Jr. and got sent off. I forgot his name. Prestiani, I think, was his name. I think Prestiani was his name.
Can confirm.
It was Prestiani?
Yes.
It was Prestiani? Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no, we'll get to the other group here in a quick second with the Netherlands. But anyway, the rest of the group for the U.S., you've got Australia and Paraguay. Big matchup because obviously the winner is going to finish second. The third place team is going to be scoreboard watching. Again, Australia, they're currently on a 0 goal difference, I'm pretty sure. Paraguay is on a -2, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, -2. So a draw does Australia wonders. Obviously, they draw, they still advance. But Paraguay, they win, they're advancing. Australia would kind of sit in that negative goal difference. So if you look at it, Bosnia, the number 1 team currently, they have a -1 goal difference. Sweden's on a 0 goal difference. Croatia -1, Korea -1, Algeria -2, Paraguay and Scotland are in the negatives, and then Cape Verde, who's on 2 points, they're on a 0. So, yeah, no, goal difference is going to be massive. So, yeah, we will have to see exactly what goes on in that group. I'm expecting a tough physical battle. I expect Australia to win, though. I think Australia will win it against Paraguay. I just think they have a little bit more ruthlessness. Again, Paraguay had a gritty game, but I think Australia is going to be the grittier team, and that's just how it is going to play out. Yes, no, it is a friendly for us basically today. Yep, you need to be informed for Bosnia. Yeah, that's another thing is do you maybe play some of the players for the again, maybe you play Christian Pulisic the final 15 minutes of the match just to get him some fitness, get his fitness levels up a little bit, maybe just to see what he can do. Again, if he doesn't play on because again, if he plays obviously on July 1st, when did USA play Paraguay? So that is, when did they play? That was on June 12th. So you're not necessarily 1 month, but you're actually at a just under, probably more like 3 weeks that he would not have played in. Again, he only played 45 minutes. So maybe you play Christian Pulisic the last 15, 10 minutes. That's honestly what I would do. I would play Pulisic the last 15 minutes of the match, get his fitness levels up a little bit. He hasn't played in 2 weeks. And if you don't play him today, he would not have played for 3 weeks when he plays in the round of 32. And obviously that is a knockout game that's, win or go home with a Christian Pulisic. Again, you want him in form. As Layla mentions, you want your players in form. It's knockouts. Anything can happen. I've seen it throughout history. Bulgaria has beaten West Germany or Germany. I don't know exactly what their title was back then. You've seen Russia beat Spain in the knockouts. You've seen Costa Rica make a quarterfinals. You've even seen Korea back in 2002. They made a little bit of a run in the World Cup too. So you will have to you'll have to see you'll have to see some fitness levels from Christian Pulisic. Again, maybe you play some of your big boys as well. Maybe Weston McKennie gets a run in. I wouldn't mess with Flo Balogun because he's a little bit of a hothead, and I don't really want him to get suspended for the knockout, so I wouldn't play him at all. But man, the comments are coming thick and fast. Let's see here. Doesn't Germany need to win for Scotland to go through? Let me double check on that. So Germany, they got Ecuador today, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, they have Ecuador. So they've got, so if they win, that means Ecuador, they're third place. I guess it also depends on what Ivory Coast does, because I think you would be right. Because, nope, because Curacao could potentially, if Curacao wins, that's an interesting one, because it might go down to the goal difference. I don't necessarily know, because if Curacao were to win, they'd have 4, which put them in second. Ivory Coast might have that negative goal difference above Scotland with 3 points, so we'd have to see exactly on that one, Frank. Bosnia's currently atop the third place. Yes, they are. That inside game logo, are those actual balls or stickers? Because it sure fooled me for a while. What's he talking about? Oh,
little bit
James.
the little bit of trivia. That's all fake.
Yeah, this is just a green screen, guys. This isn't actually real. This
we rendered it, and
so,
that's all it is.
Just
so
to let you
they
guys,
are real. They're real balls.
To let you guys out a little secret, this is actually where we do our the background changes, but this is exactly where we do our in-studio hosting for the USL2, USLW games of the week, and the Major League Indoor Soccer games or finals. I can't really remember what else we've done in here for studio-wise, but yeah, no, this is just all a green screen, guys. This is not actually real. I don't know if you guys remember, I had like a brick wall behind me before we went to this setup. So yeah, no, this is all fake.
Quick question then for the audience. Okay, so we've been talking about bringing up these members, right, and some of the exclusive content that we want to do. If somebody becomes a member, maybe we could do like an exclusive thing where we kind of do like a behind the scenes and we can kind of show them how we even do the podcast.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Or
what do we think, everybody? Let us know in chat. If you become a member, would you like to see a behind the scenes kind of exclusive footage?
Yeah, no, we could definitely do that too. I mean, maybe we could even change the background. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to ask that. Change the background, maybe to what the members want to see. Yeah, no, we could.
Yeah, member votes. Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. Fabian is in the chat. USA. Does he mean Bruce Springsteen? Is that what you mean, Frank? Because he said USA needs some Bruce Springsteen. I imagine he means Bruce Springsteen, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna think.
Okay. Yeah, no. Born in the USA. Oh, man, I can't sing. Fabian, James, I showed Ryan the brackets, and technically we can't. Fabian, it's a dream, my guy. We are not making the semifinals, bro. Fabian, I'm not reading that comment.
Trying to win that parlay. I'm telling you, that's what it is. It's the parlay.
Damn, I can't type spell if my life depended on my grammar is terrible, Frank. It's all good. Okay, it was Springsteen, gotcha. Okay, was just double checking. Yeah, no, we could use it. We could also use Danhausen, just simply for the fact that he did curse everyone else at the Knicks play. The Knicks did stop their 50-year drought. So, yeah, no, we could do that. Yes, it is a green screen. You can get Hank Williams back from the dead. I guess we could. We could technically do that. We could probably also take... Who else died recently? I don't know who else died that we could bring back from the dead. You could show some soccer culture there in Michigan. Yeah, no, Michigan has actually got some pretty good soccer culture. At least since I've been playing. I started playing what? I was 5, so technically 2008 when I started playing. Actually, no, before that, actually. So probably like 2007 I started playing. And that was all rec stuff until I played at Travel back in 2010. So 2010 to 2021 I was playing Travel. So, yeah, no, they've got some really nice clubs. Midwest United, the Nationals, Flint City's been growing a ton. Michigan Stars have been growing. Is there anyone else I'm forgetting? DCFC, obviously, with their USL Championship club, the way that has grown, that is taking over stuff. The Rush clubs. So, yeah, no, if there's anyone else that I'm forgetting, there's a ton. James, if Team USA gets to the semifinals, you got to eat White Castle and shave your head. Remember, you agreed to that? You agreed?
I did agree to that. So here's the thing. First of all, the White Castle part, I mean, I'm going to agree to that all day, every day anyway. That's just how I am because I love my White Castle. But yes, I will shave my head on screen. I will do it. Actually, Ryan, you know what? I'm gonna make John happy. I'm gonna say on air right now, John can shave my head on air.
Oh,
if it happens.
Oh, so you are saying if the
but again, it's a paid event. They still got to pay for it. But yes,
are we doing it for the Whoa, yeah. You just dropped a bomb there. Wow. Okay.
I am due for a haircut, so.
Okay, gotcha. My son got told this morning that he plays Alianza Lima next Wednesday. I don't know what that is. Fabian, you'll have to clarify on that. But Okay, you heard it here first. If the USA makes the semifinals, James will eat White Castle while John shaves his head. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, hopefully that'll happen. I don't think it's going to happen, James, and Fabian, but I did not expect that. Yeah, USA. Let's see here. American football came later. Early USA college football began closer to soccer style, 1869. Rutgers Princeton game, which both of them suck now, by the way, came used to round ball that could not be picked or carried. Then Harvard and other schools became influenced by rugby-style rules where carrying and tackle were allowed. Interesting fact for anyone who cares. No, you're not wrong on that at all, Frank. That is actually facts. Interesting. Alianza Lima is one of the top teams in South America. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, Michigan was one of those teams as well. They obviously did not start the whole thing, as you mentioned, but it all kind of started with all the Ivy League schools, the Yales, the Harvards, the Princetons. Rutgers was now all of them suck at football now. Michigan was obviously, they started out as one of the big teams early on. They taught a lot. They actually taught a couple schools how to play the game. Notre Dame including. Ohio State kind of came along the way as well. But yeah, no, if you really want to get down a rabbit hole, you could go down how college football truly started. College football actually almost stopped playing because the amount of deaths that happened back in I think the 10s, the 20s, early 1900s.
Yeah, it was those leather helmets, man.
Yeah, they actually almost canceled college football back in the day because the amount of deaths that were happening, it was not a safe sport at all. So before, they didn't play with pads really either. They had a little bit of protection, but not a whole lot. So they almost, there was. If you want to take a deep dive on it, college football almost got canceled before cancel culture was a real thing. So they just never changed the name. Typically, we have not changed the name. They usually play Boca Juniors, Flamengo, Palmeiras, and River Plate. But the entire debate between football and soccer is kind of tampering down. I think it's a stupid thing, really. I really don't think the football-soccer debate is something that, I don't know. I really don't think we call it one thing, you guys call it another. I mean, technically, don't people say countries different. I called Turkey a turkey for the longest time. I didn't know about it. But then eventually I found out that it's Turkey. So, I mean, Qatar, people call it Qatar, people call it Qatar. It's just one of those things. I mean, it's tomato, it's milk. If you call it milk, by the way, you are just a scary person, man. It's milk, bro. It is milk. Bagel. So it's just the way people just pronounce things. Which White Castle does James like? He's in my good book if he eats a 20-pack with cheese. What are you eating if you have to eat it?
Okay, so I'm all over the place, first of all. When it comes to White Castle, it just depends on my mood. I kind of flip-flop between those chicken ring sliders that they make, which I really love. And then, yes, I'll do the double bacon cheeseburger with ketchup and mustard.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Now let's. Okay. It used to be turkey. Now it's called turkey. Gotcha. Okay. Let's get it. Obviously, we got we'll probably we'll go past a little bit 10 o'clock here, but. Do you want to get into what's happening today and also Christian Pulisic? Let's just wrap up the Christian Pulisic thing real quick. He might be making a move to the MLS. Then we will get into the matches today with the Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, Sweden, and then even Germany, Ivory Coast, Ecuador, and Curacao. We will get into that as well. James should be the guy from Man vs. Food. Your Guy Fieri? Is he the guy that is Man vs. Food? Is he that? Is he that guy?
No, I can't remember the guy. Oh, what's the guy's name?
For Man vs. Food? I thought it was Guy Fieri.
No, it's not Guy. No, Guy does the diners, dive-ins, or whatever.
Okay, gotcha.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives. That's what it's called.
Gotcha. Okay.
No, I can't remember this guy's name, but yeah, Man vs. Food. He takes on all those challenges. Yeah. So I mean, I would do that in a heartbeat, folks.
Okay.
I would love that.
Gotcha. All right. Layla says she's gonna still call it turkey. Ryan something? Okay. Pulisic sucks if he goes to MLS. All right, Pulisic, real quick. We need to get into this. We don't want to go too over the 10 o'clock hour. But anyway, Christian Pulisic maybe making the move to the MLS. That was the story yesterday. And actually one of the New York... So the report is currently, because Pulisic's contract does run up next summer with AC Milan, he is technically in line with... He's still going to be able to play with AC Milan this summer or this next year. But anyway, There is a report that he's making about $5 million, just over $5 million a year this year with AC Milan. That's his current contract. New York City FC is technically where Pulisic started in the youth academy system before going over to Dortmund at the age of like 15 or 16, whatever it was. And they are going to offer him $10 million a year. And that is obviously double his wages. We'll get more in depth on how many USA players could actually go over back to the MLS. But I think it is a dumb decision for Christian Pulisic. Please do not make this move to the MLS. Continue to play overseas. It's better competition. If some people might say the whole fact about, MLS is on par with Serie A. No, it's not. It is not on par with Serie A. You could maybe say the Saudi Pro League, but look, the best leagues, the Dutch League is better than the MLS. Go there if you really want to. The Eredivisie is better than the MLS. I'm just telling you that. I see my name thrown out a lot here. By the way, the USA jerseys, isn't the out jersey the dark blue one with the stars, and this one is the stripes? If you combine both, you get the entire USA flag, or am I wrong? No, you're not wrong, Layla. You are not wrong at all in that. You would technically get because this is part of the flag, and then the stars. Yeah, no, you are not wrong at all, Frank. Yeah, I didn't put two and two together there. Fabian, Ryan, you're not that cool anymore, Ryan. You're Batman, and James is the Joker. The Joker rules. Damn, okay. Batman technically won, so I'm just saying. Batman won that battle. But, no, Pulisic, stay over in Europe, please. Do not come back to the MLS right now. Come back again, he's going to end his career at the MLS anyway. Once he's past 33, 34 years old, maybe 32, then he'll come back to the MLS. It's exactly what Clint Dempsey did. But you're currently 27 years old. Remain in Europe, play in Champions League. Isn't the goal to remain in Europe, play in Champions League as much as possible? I know that you are not actually in the whole. I know you're not in Champions League again this year, but you started off really hot in Serie A. Can you maybe translate that into the Prem, maybe La Liga? But please do not come back to the MLS. I think for American soccer players, the MLS is just the last resort. If you can't make it over in Europe, you can always come back to the MLS, especially for a U.S. men's national team player. They'll take you back in a heartbeat. But as of right now, it'd be a horrible decision for Christian Pulisic to do this. Stay overseas, continue to get minutes, continue to play against high-level competition. The MLS is just not there yet. Stay over there until the last second and then come back over. Clint Dempsey set the standard. He went over to play at Fulham. He started actually in the MLS, then went over to Fulham, played really well, made a move to Tottenham to try to get back into made his way back into Tottenham and then dominated a little bit of Tottenham, came back to play for the Seattle Sounders. But yes, that's exactly what I'm saying, Frank. At the end of your career, when you're past 32, 33 years old, make sure that you can come back and then take on the MLS. But as of right now, you are simply, man, there's a lot of comments that I'm going to have to get into, but let me just get this point in. Let me get the point in, guys. Don't come back, Pulisic. Do not come back, Christian. Don't come back. Please stay overseas as much as possible. This is a PSA to all the American players that are overseas. Do not come back to the MLS. Do not come back at all. Unless you firmly believe that you cannot make your way in Europe, then you can come back to the MLS. But stay over as much as possible. But I know MLS clubs, they have a ton of money. I think there's 5 or 6 that are valued at over $1 billion. I think. I don't know the exact number. But they have money that can actually persuade some of these players to come back to the MLS. But as of right now, do not come back to the MLS. Stay over there as much as possible. Get your minutes in overseas. The MLS is always going to be there. It always will be. And when your time comes, go back to the MLS. But Christian, stay overseas. If you're not making your way with AC Milan, please make your way back into the Prem. I know Manchester United has been a club that you've been after. Please do not go to Manchester United. That's a toxic club. Please do not go there. You're basically making the same deal with Chelsea. Do not go there. Please go somewhere else in the Prem. Maybe you go into La Liga. Maybe you make another move into Serie A. But for the love of God, please do not come back to the MLS as of right now. You can always come back at some point later in your career, but as of right now, please do not come back to the MLS. Do not. Do not do that. It would be a horrible decision. Do not do that at all. I know that there's a ton of comments that were coming in. Bro, James is badass. You got a powerhouse for a replacement. Thanks. All right, James. I guess you're a badass, I guess. Shout out to James. Hit that horn for yourself, James. Hit that horn. Ryan, you're like Howard Stern, and James is like the old guy with the hat. Were we just talking about this? Were we just talking about this the other day?
I literally was talking about, like, because I have the pod mic, like, in front of me and everything, too. Like, and I put myself in the little box. I'm like, this feels like Howard Stern.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure we talked about that.
We did. So it worked.
Yeah, we may have to get some really, really big celebrities on the show as well then. I swear to God that if James is a Real Madrid fan, I will send James Puerto Rican rum. James, are you a Real Madrid fan?
I mean, for Puerto Rican rum, I'll be a fan of anybody.
Oh, wow.
Except for Ohio.
Yeah, for Ohio. Okay, fair point.
Yeah.
Fair point. Imagine the amount of new soccer clubs are now born because of the World Cup. I don't think you're far off on that, Frank. A lot of soccer clubs are. I mean, you think of the USL2 and USLW alone. I mean, there's over like 200 there. MLS obviously has 30. You've got USL Championship. There's, I think, 30 as well, maybe a little less. USL League One, I don't know the exact number. UPSL, they always have. See, the issue though is, Frank, because I don't think you're wrong. I think a lot of soccer clubs will be born because of the World Cup. The only issue is the money aspect, and when that's the only issue I see in all of this, Frank, because I mean it's a closed system, at least as of right now. It's a closed system. You don't really have any benefits from going up levels currently constructed as it stands, because obviously USL might go to that. But I think you were right. I think it will happen. I think that there's a lot of soccer clubs to be had or that are being created as we speak, and that has already been created. The only issue is the money component. I don't know the exact average age of like a soccer club, but I know the UPSL, it's like less than 4 years. I think it's 4 years or less. So we don't know. But the biggest thing I think for all these soccer clubs in America is, are you able to capitalize maybe on some money from owners? And not owners, but are you able to bring in a ton of sponsorship deals from companies all around the country or in your area? I think that's the biggest thing for these soccer clubs, because as we mentioned, they don't last very long. Money is a big component in USA soccer clubs, whether that's professional, pre-professional, whatever it is. Money is a big aspect of it. So now maybe the owners of different companies, are they now moved by the World Cup? Do they now want to sponsor certain clubs in their area, or maybe they create their own with a ton of financial backing? That is still yet to be seen. But is that something that we could see that happens in the country and in the U.S.? Look, there's a ton of soccer clubs, a ton of professional teams and leagues all around this country as it is. The biggest issue is keeping those teams afloat and keeping them in. No, you're right with the amateur teams as well, Frank, but the biggest issue is they can't stay afloat. The amateur teams, you're 100% right. We see it year in, year out with the USL2s, the USLWs, the UPSLs, and whatnot, the Nices as well. But they don't last very long. And are those amateur clubs, are those amateur teams going to be able to now maybe, with the power of the World Cup, could they maybe next season get a little bit of sponsorship money from restaurants, bars, maybe some big companies, maybe Ford, or just looking at a Michigan aspect, maybe one of the big threes. I know Chevy sponsors DCFC, but maybe one of the big threes wants to sponsor maybe some of the smaller clubs and maybe bring them up a little bit. I don't know, but it's just the money aspect. Yes, I think you are right. I think we are going to see a little bit of a flurry of clubs kind of jump in and hop in. I think you're right, but it's just about the money. Are they going to be able to do that? I don't know. I would laugh if Messi becomes a Lance Armstrong or Messi is not taking steroids, bro. That is not taking steroids. That is a really good point, Ryan. We have sponsored tournaments here all the time for amateur teams. Yes, we do have those as well. But again, like, you will see teams, do really well. They might not show up again for another couple of years, and maybe they come back again. I don't know. It's gonna take a lot. Again, this is actually a good conversation. We might pick this up maybe on another day as well, man. Man, that is a really good point there, Frank. James, real quick, are you a Messi or Mbappe fan?
Ooh, from what I've been watching so far, I've been really liking watching Messi.
Messi?
I mean, Mbappe's got some good stuff going for him. I've been really liking some of his setups that he's been doing, but No, Messi. I like Messi. I like watching Messi.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. All right. James, let's take the commercial break. The last commercial. We will get into the games here today. Man, you guys had some really good comments. Keep the comments coming. We will talk more about that. Let's go to the commercial break. Then we'll talk about the games that are happening here today. We'll do some picks, maybe some other things that we have to say. I have to say the pitches in the U.S. are absolutely phenomenal. That's another thing. Damn it, Frank. You got so many things. That's another thing. Damn it. Speaking of Michigan State, they actually supplied the fields and the turf and everything. We will have to. Oh wow. Wow. Gotcha. Damn, Frank. The fields, man, are something different. Yeah, James, all your fault. Anyway, we're going to step aside here. We'll talk about the games here today, and then we will move on into question of the day here on Inside the Game 308. So don't go anywhere.
America's oldest soccer tournament, the most fabled Giant Killers, for the first time ever in Genesee County. Your Flint City Bucks host Wisconsin professional club Forward Madison FC in the first round of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Kickoff is 6:30 p.m. Thursday, March 19th at Don Batchelor Stadium in downtown Grand Blanc. Be part of history as the winner moves one step closer to a Major League Soccer matchup. Tickets are on sale now at flintcitybucks.com. Flint City Bucks, the future of MLS.
All right, welcome back in here to episode 308 of Inside the Game, obviously USA World Cup match day. My name is Ryan Glinsky. We got James Cofield, our producer. I guess I'm Howard Stern at this point. James, what would your name be? Who was the guy that's at and the mic?
Oh, the old guy with the hat.
What was his name?
I can't remember his name. I just keep thinking of Robin, which, I mean, I'll be fine with that. I can be a Robin.
Gotcha. All right.
And it makes sense since everybody says you're Batman.
All right. Batman wins. That's all I know. James, you have to be the opposite of Ryan. Learn with us. That's what keeps the show lively. No Real Madrid. No Real Madrid at all. All right. Your comments are back in. James, looks like you finally made your way into the YouTube chat. Again, make sure you guys keep commenting on the show. Again, we're running a little bit long here today. Again, we're kind of still trying to fluctuate the 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay, maybe we just go in between, like maybe like 9 to 10:30 or something, 9 to 10:15. I don't really know. But anyway, there we go. Yay. Okay, see you in the chat. Thank you, Frank and Layla, for that. After Ronaldo scored twice, Portugal is considering changing its name to Portugal. 10 goals in 6 World Cups. Messi and Mbappe both have more than that in less World Cups. But anyway, looking at the games here today, we're going to start off in Group E. They play first. Germany's got Ecuador. Ivory Coast has Curacao. Again, still a lot on the line in this group. Yes, Germany's already confirmed as the first place team, but Ivory Coast, Ecuador, Curacao, all to play for. Technically, all those teams could still advance as the second place team in the group. Curacao, if they win and get maybe a little bit of, as long as Ecuador doesn't win, they should firmly get into second place. That is something. Ivory Coast, they need to win, or all they really need is a draw, and they should be through on into the second place. Actually, no, it depends what Ecuador does. Gosh, this group's got a lot on the line still. Because if Ecuador, if they were to win, they may have a goal difference. Yeah, no, that's it. A lot on the line actually in this game as well. Because did Ivory Coast beat Ecuador? Did they beat Ecuador? Oh, they beat Ecuador, so it would not have mattered anyway. Okay, so Ivory Coast, all they need is a draw. So it would not have mattered because they already beat Ecuador. Gotcha. Okay, I'm wrong on that, so it would not matter. But a lot on the line in that group. I still expect Germany to win against Ecuador here today, and I expect the Ivory Coast to take care of Curacao. But hey, don't sleep on Curacao. They're a interesting bunch. They could upset a little bit. Did you guys see that huge Messi statue they needed to remove? I did not see that. Bro, Vinny played good yesterday. No, he didn't. He got gifts, Fabian. Vinny Jr. simply just got gifts, bro. He did nothing. Vinny Jr. is not special at all. Neymar is still a better player than him historically, dude. Vinny Jr. is trash. All he does is whine and complain. That's all he does, and get gifts from the other team. That's all Vinny Jr. does. No, he is not a stud. But yeah, no, I expect Germany. James, this is like the biggest question of the day, actually. James, are you a Real Madrid or are you an Arsenal fan? This is actually a big one.
Arsenal.
Yes! Thank you, James. I think you're hitting the horn. Again, I can't hear anything, but yes. Attaboy, way to pick the Premier League champions. And if we think about it, Fabian, the last time Arsenal and Real Madrid played each other, who won? Declan Rice's free kicks. Bukayo Saka went into the Bernabeu. He went into the Bernabeu and the Bernabeu, I thought remontada. I thought it was going to happen. Didn't happen. Arsenal. My man James, Frank's liking it. Let's see here. Germany beating Ecuador will reduce the number of strong 4-point third-place teams, which is helpful for Scotland, but it isn't a direct qualification requirement if enough other third place. I would agree on that. Teams finish below Scotland. Scotland can still qualify regardless of Germany's result. Yes, you are technically correct on it, but again, a lot still on the line here. This is why we love group stage matches and round-robin plays, simply because of that fact. Right there, you can both play at the same time. A lot of things can happen, but I expect Germany to go through as the first place. Let's take a look at Group F. Still a lot on the line as well in this one, too, because if you look about it, again, the Netherlands should be through regardless here. They should be fine. They should be fine. They'll get into the knockouts. Whether they get on as first place, that could be an interesting stat, simply because if Japan wins or Sweden wins and they drop points against Tunisia, again, I don't expect the Netherlands to lose against Tunisia. I mean, that would be an absolute shock if they lost to Tunisia. And Tunisia is just one of those clubs that is just one of those teams that is just in an absolute disaster. They fired their manager after one of James, your favorite player of all time from Arsenal is Robin van Persie, the Dutch legend, bro. That's your favorite player right there, Robin van Persie.
Okay, we've already established that I just started watching soccer recently, so I don't have an all-time favorite yet. I gotta wait.
His favorite Arsenal player of all time is Robin van Persie. I'll tell you that right now. That's what it is.
I'll have to make sure. But yeah,
James, be opposite to Ryan. I don't know if James is gonna be able to do that. But yeah, no, the Netherlands I expect to go fully through. Now, Japan, Sweden, does Netherlands drop points? I don't think the Netherlands are going to drop points. I think they're going to win relatively comfortably. They could maybe bring in the B squad if they really want to. Maybe rest a couple of guys. But yeah, no, Japan, Sweden, that's the biggest game in the group. Dennis Bergkamp, that's another good one too. Dennis Bergkamp was a dog. I will not disagree, but I was not around to watch Dennis Bergkamp play. James' favorite player is Zidane. James, they're going to just start picking your favorite player, man. Dude, they're just going to be like, this is his favorite. No, this is his favorite player. So, that could happen. No, Dennis Bergkamp was a dog. His goal against Newcastle, where he flicks it around the defender, chips the keeper, wonderful goal. Now, Japan, Sweden. That's an interesting game because does Graham Potter, if you look at it, is Graham Potter going to play the strikers the proper way with Gyökeres and Isak? If you look back at the Netherlands game, I felt like they were way just too direct, and you're putting Virgil van Dijk one-on-one with Gyökeres and Isak at times, and that's just not a recipe for success because Virgil van Dijk is obviously one of the best, if not the best, one-on-one defenders straight up. He doesn't get dribble past really at all. So can they, obviously Isak and Gyökeres from a physical standpoint are going to tower over the defenders of Japan. But again, Japan is a good side. Japan kind of chokes though. If you look at the history of Japanese soccer, if you look at what they do in the I don't know what the Asia Continental Cup or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, what they do for their continent, but they typically struggle. They don't win that a ton. They always seem to choke in the knockouts of the World Cup. But is Sweden going to upset them? All you got to say is, James, is just say Robin van Persie or Dennis Bergkamp, and you'll be good. You'll win their hearts. That's all you got to say.
I just love everybody. equally.
Fair enough.
I'm a dad.
Fair
That's what I
enough.
do.
Fair enough, James. Fair enough. You'll take your word for it. But again, that's the interesting part of the group. That's kind of that's why I want to do the group F watch party later on today, because you're going to see the Netherlands run rampant on Tunisia and Sweden. Japan obviously is in a massive game in that one for that. Then let's see here, bro. Memo Ochoa last game yesterday, I was able to see him play all his World Cup appearances. Yeah, that was a very good performance out of Memo Ochoa. Or not. What? Oh God, not a great performance out of Memo Ochoa. I didn't watch a ton. I was watching. Yes, glad that he's able to get out on the field. Apologies there. Then you probably get the entire top tier list of Barcelona. I felt old and had a tear come out. Damn, Fabian. That's not how it works, James. I guess you just have to pick one. But yeah, no, we'll probably do that watch party later on today here as well. But I expect the Netherlands to run rampant on Tunisia. I'm going to say Sweden. Sweden beats Japan. That's what I'll tell you right now. Promise to give you all a favorite reveal on Monday. Okay, James, looks like you got to give a reveal on Monday about who your favorite player is. Again, if we're looking at the U.S., I think the U.S. and Turkey will probably draw here today. That's what I think. Maybe Turkey wins. Again, really don't care what they do in this game, as long as we don't have any suspensions and we don't have any injuries. That's all that matters to me. And I think Australia is going to beat Paraguay and advance. So if we look at the live table right now, Australia is in second, Paraguay is in third, Turkey is obviously already eliminated, but USA set to take on Bosnia as it stands as currently constructed. Japan, or not Japan. If we look at, where is it at? Australia set to take on Iran as it stands currently, and then Paraguay, I don't know if is actually in the top third place sides. Yes, they are. They are set to take on Germany as it stands as currently constructed. Let's see here. Why does that all feel like clickbait? Still gonna join? I don't know, James. It's still. Are you clickbaiting everyone? We'll have to wait and see. But no, exciting slate of games here today. Obviously, we'll be back here for the Netherlands. Yeah, we're gonna do Group F. Screw it. We're gonna tell John. I'm gonna tell John we're gonna do Group F as well today. On top of it. So yeah, no. James, a wise man named Johan Cruyff once said, "Football is war." Johan Cruyff was a dog. I remember being taught the Cruyff turn back in the day. I remember being taught that. It's a nice move, man. What can I say? But Group F and Group D watch parties later on today for this one. So Total Football. I actually learned about Total Football from Ted Lasso. Fun fact. I didn't know fully about Total Football. But yeah, no, Ted Lasso obviously brought it back. Then I did a little bit of a deeper dive on it back in 2021. So yeah, no, that's how I learned about Total Football. He had in the show, he had a meat infused coma or something. He was at some American themed restaurant or something and had a coma, and it was Total Football came up with it, and then Coach Beard was like, bro, the Netherlands have already introduced that. So, if the USA makes it to the semifinals, I get $85K. I will buy cash and apartment in Lima or Madrid. Again, there is a Lima, Ohio, spelled exactly like that. And I will send a copy of the keys to James. Okay, so James can go there and not Ryan. Bro, Fabian, bro. Ryan doesn't like me. I've never said that, Fabian. I like you, Fabian. I like everyone that comes in the chat here, man. I like everyone. Layla, Frank, Dave, Baco has been in here, Benito, Vertical Gambit, all you people. Caden. By the way, Caden, he's come into the chat a handful of times. He won $1,300 on his bet yesterday, so shout out to him. Oh, did you see the Nike World Cup commercial? Ted Lasso is in there. Yeah, dude, Ted Lasso is also, I'm pretty sure Channing Tatum is in there too. So, absolute wonders so far, obviously, here with the U.S. men's national team. Hopefully they can get all the way through. We got to wrap this thing up. All right, let's get into question of the day, James. Let's get into question of the day. Let's throw that up on the screen. Is the Lions secondary cooked? If you guys have not paid attention at all to what was going on with the Lions yesterday, Terrion Arnold, one of our star corners, is now facing life in prison. He has 8 felony charges. He's got 4 charges of armed robbery and 4 charges of armed robbery and kidnapping. So he could be facing life in prison. As Fabian says, make sure to hit that like button. I don't know what the like goal is, but can we get 10 likes? That's all I'm asking for. Can we get 10 likes on the stream? Make sure you guys smash that like button. But if we're looking at it, man, our secondary is cooked. You've already got Kirby Joseph. He might be out for the year. He might never play football ever again. You've got Brian Branch, who tore his Achilles. He's out till at least Thanksgiving. He is absolutely cooked, man. Our Lions secondary is absolutely cooked. That's all I'm saying. We might put myself out there. Okay, if you guys are going to cover the Dutch, you really need to do a live review on the official national team video, Orange Fever. We can throw that up. I can put it up on my laptop as the game's going on, and is it like a long video or something? Go Giants. What that guy allegedly do? Four cases of armed robbery, 4 charges of armed robbery, and 4 charges of kidnapping, and down in Florida. That's what Terry and Arnold did, or allegedly did. But this has been going on for a while. Adidas over Nike on the commercial. Isn't he a millionaire? Why he do robbery? Because Terry and Arnold is not smart. That is why. The dude was going to have a contract extension anyway, and he just lost out on tens of millions of dollars. So yeah, because he's an idiot. 7-minute video. Do I have to hear it, or can I just watch it? Is that? Am I able to just watch it, or can I just? I don't know. I could do a live react to it. I just have to put it as the games are going on. I could just put it here. Do I have to hear it, or is it something that I can just watch? Because obviously I don't want to have any sound play over it while that's all going on. Because I don't want us to get in trouble for like copyright or anything like that and get shut down. So let me know if I could do it. If I could just watch it. As long as I don't have to hear anything. Maybe I just put up subtitles and captions. Maybe we could do that. We can. We could potentially do that. So, we'll have to wait and see. You can watch. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that for the watch party. Breaking bodies and breaking laws. Is the Lions secondary cooked? Oh, buddy, it is cooked. We all want to see it. The reaction. Okay. I really hope that this isn't anything messed up. So, all in English, by the way. All right. So, what is it? Orange Fever. Orange Fever. Gotcha. Yeah. No, we can do it for the. We can do it for the watch party for sure. He's going to meet Tyrone and the Booty Bandit. Jesus Christ, Fabian, my God. It's about the hard to impress American. Okay. Yeah, no, we can do it for sure. I will give you my thoughts. We could definitely do that. But anyway, we're going to cut the show off here again. Join us back here tomorrow. Again, still workshopping how long we want to do this show. 2 hours does feel like a lot for us, but again, maybe we can bring in certain segments. James, what if we did something here? I want to put yourself on screen here for a second. I do want to maybe do this. So at my old place, they would do what's trending. So they'd find just viral videos.
Yeah.
And just react to them for a segment for like 15 to end the show.
Okay.
So we could still do question of the day. But maybe we find, again, I'm on social media a ton. We'll see you later, Frank. Thank you for stopping in. Maybe we do like maybe we don't call it what's trending, but just like viral reacts or Ryan reacts or something. Maybe we do something like that.
I literally typed in, and I didn't throw it in because I thought you were signing us off. I was typing in the title, Ryan Reacts.
Okay, so are we thinking maybe, again, this could be a full day staple. Maybe like we just find like 3-4 viral videos. Yes, the USA plays today. We'll see. That's later tonight. But do we maybe do something like that where we do just react to just viral videos, or fails or something? I don't know. Maybe again, I don't think we could do fights because YouTube always kind of doesn't like that. So
yeah,
we could do a watch party for the US and obviously for the Netherlands as well. James, paint your hair like Dennis Rodman once in a while. Do you want to dye your hair pink and blue and maybe have like cheetah print? Is that what you want?
I will sweeten the deal for the semis. If we get to the semis, we will buzz their hair and then I will go Cisco with it.
What is that?
Remember, you don't. Oh yeah, it's before your time. I forgot you're a kid. No,
23. Damn.
Cisco, man, just look up the Thong Song. He had like this silver like painting on his skull is pretty much what he did. He went with the silver on him. So maybe I'll do that. I'll do the silver paint
Gotcha. All right.
But yeah, we could definitely do a fun reaction kind of thing. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, perfect. Yeah, no, let's again. If you guys want to see us react to videos at the end of the show, or again maybe just to split up the sports conversation, just have a little fun with it for a little bit. We could do a reaction video to just some popular videos. Again, we could do it technically every single day if we really want to.
Actually,
so.
You know what? On top of it, y'all got our Instagram. Just send us the videos on Instagram.
Oh yeah, if you want us to react to a certain video, we could definitely. I mean, if there's like. we could react to just soccer plays really in general. Like if you've got a video react to goals or something. Yeah, no, we could totally do that. But if you guys find some viral video that you want us to react to, we could totally workshop that in there for sure. We could totally do that. Again, appreciate everyone that has hopped in here in the live here today. Again, it has been an absolute blast. Ryan would have to dude, I'm not getting tattoos, dude. My mom and sister have tattoos, and they've got a couple here and there, nothing like severe, but they're like, Ryan, let's get matching family tattoos. No, I'm not getting a tattoo.
No, get the tattoo. Trust me, it's amazing.
I'm not getting a tattoo because there's a couple reasons. A, it could hurt. 2, in 30, in like
it does hurt.
In like 15, 20 years, and I look at my body and I'm like, dude, this is a stupid tattoo. I don't want to get laser removal. So no, we are not. I'm not doing any tattoos.
I have had my tattoos for almost 20 years, and I still love them.
I am not getting a tattoo. I will tell you that right now. Not getting any tattoos. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up here today. Again, join us for the watch parties for Group F and Group D here today. We're going to do a 7 o'clock one for Group F with the Netherlands and all of them. And then obviously the U.S. will have that one later today. Again, the game does not matter, but join us for all of that. But until next time, my name has been Ryan Glinsky. James Schofield will be back here tomorrow for 309. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure to like the stream. Share it. Do it all what you need to do. But anyway, until later today, so long. All right, everybody, welcome back into Inside the Game podcast.
We are a soccer nation.
Have such a deep appreciation for hyper-local, community-based, lower-level soccer. There's going to be millions of fans over here that want to watch and consume as much football as they can.
What you are doing is important. And this is all about, like I said, spreading the gospel. It takes a village, right?
No, I just really appreciate being on here and you being able to provide this platform for, us and all those people grinding away at the lower leagues, just trying to make great things happen. So I really appreciate you and you guys know what you're doing. And